Previewing Deion Sanders, Jackson State and the entire SWAC lineup with the support of nearly a dozen corporate sponsors, high-level recruiting and the new wave of name, image and likeness opportunities, the SWAC's stock continues to rise. The dominating theme that underscored the Southwestern Athletic Conference last season was the unparalleled impact of Deion Sanders. The belief in the Jackson State coach to elevate the Tigers, and HBCU programs overall, became more than a popular catchphrase. Sanders's words and actions provided a new perception to the conference's deep-rooted legacy. He, Sanders, has put an entirely different lens on the league, League Commissioner Charles McClelland told Sports Illustrated in December. McClelland, who is in his fifth year leading the conference, said then that Sanders's impact would provide an upward trajectory for the 12-member league. 8 months later, as the 22 college football season begins, I didn't have a crystal ball, but the elevation has been overwhelming, he says. With the support of nearly a dozen corporate sponsors, a rejuvenated spirit of fan popularity, high-level recruiting and the new wave of name, image and likeness opportunities to level the playing field for student athletes, the SWAC's stock continues to rise. We deserve this type of exposure, Florida A&M wide receiver Xavier Smith says. The SWAC was, in a way, ahead of the seismic shifts that have recently unraveled the college football terrain. Before the 2020 season, at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, the SWAC acquired Bethune-Cookman and FAMU, two former stalwarts of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, to become full members in the league starting July 1, 2021. While the conference didn't necessarily need to add the two historic programs, it was a move by the league to remain at the forefront of the sweeping realignment conversation. A year later, the most lucrative sport in college sports brought with it another blast of summer escapades. USC and UCLA decided to ditch their century-long allegiance to the Pac-12 in a blockbuster move to the Big Ten in 2024. The league later announced its massive $7+ billion multi-network TV rights deal, while the ACC and Big 12 find themselves redefining the future of their leagues. Meanwhile, the SWAC remains aligned at 12 teams, and Jackson State finds itself as the overwhelming preseason favorite to win the conference. But 4 programs, Alabama State, Grambling, Prairie View and Southern, hired new coaches over the past 9 months, with 3 carrying NFL notoriety. Can JSU post another school record 11-win season and redeem itself in the coveted Celebration Bowl? A groundbreaking offseason of recruiting, and the addition of first-class hires to Sanders's coaching staff would suggest so. McClelland, who has seen his fair share of celebratory moments, is eager to see where the conference goes next. More FCS playoff bids? Playing at the FBS level? Conference expansion? I watched Jerry Rice, Willie Totten, W.C. Gordon, Marino Kasem, Pete Richardson, Eddie Robinson and Archie Cooley, McClelland says. Those were the glory days. Ellipsis. We're rewriting history. By 2030, the league anticipates surpassing at least 2 FBS conferences. Like last season, ESPN is slated to air 29 games on its platforms, while the SWAC's new partnership with HBCU Go allocates cable, linear, streaming broadcasts, VOD and pay-per-view rights to showcase SWAC football and HBCU sports.